What up, guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to Sunday. Welcome to Random Pick Day. My favourite day of the week. I hope you're all having a good one. Nice, chilled, relaxed Sunday. Just take a seat, relax, and enjoy today's episode. So, I got my phone in my hand, and I've also got my beautiful new Sport White Xbox Special Edition controller. Thank you, Xbox. You're far too kind. I really appreciate it. It's a beautiful controller, but I've got these two things in my hands, which means, yes, of course, I am doing another Siri-based random pick episode today. So, have bought a few different players, have got a few different players from SBCs, have sold a few players on. So, the first 10 pages of my special items looking slightly different to how it used to. So, I will go through that right now. Yes, I will include the icons. The only ones that we would have an issue with today would probably be, well, Bergkamp only having 3 games left. I'm sure I could just about still use the 5 games on both Pele and Matthias if we were to get so lucky as to get someone from page number 1. Page 2, tradable team of the seasons and team of the year, Kante. Loads and loads of talent right here. Like, any of this stuff would be great to get, like, even on this page as well. Saver page number 4, although it gets a little bit meh towards the end. I don't want Dak, Vidra or Marriott, to be honest. Like, I don't really want to use them. And then page number 5, we changed to like Festival of Football. Like Fekir would be amazing. RVP, David Villa, yes please, I'd love to use him. Varane, probably the best centre back on the game, stats wise, looks insane. Yeah, like, some pretty good players. And then I guess we move to the untradables, starting with the 98s here. Moving all the way down, like, De Rossi's fairly new. Company's new as well. Like, Ronaldinho would be great as well. We got some very, very good players. De Ligt would be awesome. Depay, we got untradable the other day. Vasaico, a Futties player. Manolas, Lozano, Bakayoko, Martial. Any of those guys would be awesome to use too. And then page number 10 is where we will end off today, because it ends at a 90 rated Jermaine Defoe, who, again, like all of those players up to that point, looking pretty solid. Now, if you guys do enjoy today's video, hit me with that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And, of course, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're new. Join the Lasty gang, shall ya? Now, it's time to get into this. So, let's pick our players. Hey Siri, please can I have a random number between 1 and 10?
It's 5.
It's 5. So we go to page number 5. I can't remember what 5 is. 5 is going to be... 5 is going to be like the Festival of Football. There's some really, really good players there. Couple that I'm not necessarily super bothered about, but I will take pretty much anyone on this page. Hey Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 10.
Random number between 1 and 10 is 2.
Number 2 is going to be RVP, Robin van Persie, a Dutch player, 94 rated. Dutch Eredivisie means that there's a few players I can think in my club that I could link him to, and icons, of course. I know that he would get a strong link to Hullet, which is probably the route that I'll always take, but we'll see. We might be able to hybrid it up a little bit better than that. Let's go for our second player, shall we? Hey Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 10.
Random number between 1 and 10 is 3.
Page number 3. Okay, what have we got on there? Oh, this is pretty good tradable TOTS players. I don't know who we're going to get on here. I feel like there's quite a lot of defenders, so it would be quite lucky to dodge that. But we'll see what happens, shall we? Oh, God. Siri's literally still listening to me. I'm going to have to stop that. Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 10.
3.
3 is going to be... Oops, I need to go back a page. Heung-min Son, 92 rated team of the season, Heung-min Son. That's a ridiculously good player to get. Okay, I love that. I really, really like him on this game. One of my favourite players. So we've got 2 very attacking players in RVP and Heung-min Son. Damn, let's get that third and final player. Hey Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 10.
Random number between 1 and 10 is 4.
4. Okay, so we go to... This is dodgy. This could get a little bit worrying because I don't, like I said, I don't really want Dak, Vidra or Marriott. But there's a couple players there that could help us out, you know, like Van Ginkel and stuff could help out for RVP. But we'll see what we get, shall we? Hey Siri, please give me a random number between 1 and 10.
Random number between 1 and 10 is 5.
5 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get Roma, Alisson, team of the season, Alisson. Okay, I can stick him into a squad, no doubt about it. The crazy thing is, I did a squad builder the other day for Lozano, where both Alisson and RVP featured. So I've got to try and make my squad different to that one, but I've also got to use those two players. So that's a bit odd, but yeah, let me try, see what I can come up with, see what sort of nice team we can do. We've got Alisson in goal, Heung-min Son out on the left, and then RVP up front. Should be a fun episode. Okay, so as always, we need to go on in, choose a squad, and go for it, and get a formation, put the players in, and all of that good stuff, like we always do. So today I'm going to rock bog standard 4-3-3 for my formation. Had a little idea that I would obviously stick Alisson in goal. Yeah, what a surprise. He's not at right wing. Alisson goes in goal with Heung-min Son at left wing and RVP as the lone striker, knowing that I could switch it up in game to like a 4-1-2-1-2, put Son up front alongside RVP. I know that them two are going to get properly into the action. So the whole squad looks like this, and we're going to need to talk through it basically. So Alisson is our first random pick player. As I said earlier, this is the one before he transferred to Liverpool. This is his 88 rated tots for Roma. I've had it for a while, I think, and genuinely always been pretty good. So wasn't too fussed about seeing him pop up today. And then along the back four, we've gone for a bit of Brazilian theme, then linking out to like French Ligue 1 and Bundesliga. So I've actually got Kimmich at right back, German 95 rated, crazy stats. With inform, I think it's Marçal at left back, and then the two Brazilians in the middle getting soft links off to the keeper, but from two different leagues. That is Naldo and Marquinhos. So two very good centre backs, tots versions, of course, decent players. Now I actually went out and bought Prime Rijkaard for 245k because I thought, you know what, I know I always use Hullet, and I do apologise that I always use him. It's because he's untradeable and in my club and at my disposal to use. Now I understand he's a bit more expensive, so you could get yourself someone like Prime Rijkaard for 245k to hold down the midfield, and that's exactly what I've done today alongside Arturo Vidal and 92 rated Tots Dele Alli. On the right hand side, Ian Robben. There's a better version of him, but he's a lot more expensive, so I figured I would just try out this orange one, knowing that I'm going to force the ball over to this guy, who is our second random pick player, Heung-min Son. 95 pace, 95 dribbling, 94 shooting. Basically all you need to know. Oh, also, 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot. Now, that is a great combo in my books. So, moving on to the striker, we have RVP. Robin van Persie, the Flying Dutchman, 94 rated, plays for Feyenoord now, has 86 pace, 94 dribbling, and 96 shooting and 90 passing. 4-star skill moves, 6'2", like, not bad stats for a striker, and actually, ridiculous shooting. So, hopefully he'll be good on that crazy left foot of his. And that's the team. So it's quite nice. It's fully special. Lots of players in there that I haven't used for a little while, or actually some that I haven't really used at all, like that Robin and stuff. So I got into game and played like, I think 5 games in total or something, and genuinely tried my very best to keep it at that 4-3-3. Now, what I did for, like, I think 1.5 games out of that was switch it to the 4-1-2-1-2, just because I realised that Heung-min Son wasn't getting as, like, involved as I kind of wanted him to. So when I did move it to the 4-1-2-1-2, Son and RVP were at striker, but because of RVP's weak foot, terrible, 3-star. I put him over on the left striker, Son over on the right, knowing that he can shoot on either foot, and you know, it's absolutely brilliant that he could take a shot on the right foot and it would still be perfect because of course he has the 5-star weak foot, and that worked out incredibly well. Like, ideally, if you built this team, switch it to the 4-1-2-1-2 in game, play Robin at cam, and then RVP and Son up front, and you'll have a whale of a time. But the 4-3-3 also has its perks of pushing players out nice and wide if you are going to like run it down the wing, and then opens up more space in the middle for someone like Van Persie, or in this instance they almost like swapped roles where Van Persie ran down the left, put a absolutely beautiful left-footed ball into the box for Heung-min Son to nod home on his head. Now, I know like the title of the video and on the thumbnail and stuff, we've got the best winger, or my favourite winger, and that's basically what Heung-min Son is. Now, you have to just ignore the fact that I'm a huge Ronaldinho fan, and he's up there in terms of like, he's the most fun winger I've used this year. But in terms of like crazy OP players, for a couple years now, Heung-min Son has just been up there, you know, as one of the best, if not the best. And for me, I'm not the sort of person that has the 4 million coin CR7 and stuff in my club. I don't necessarily have that. I like to have the TOTS players that are in and around like the 100 to 400k mark, and that's exactly what someone like Son is. I may have paid ridiculous amounts for him back in the day, but he's literally like 100 and something thousand coins now. He's ridiculous value for money for what you actually get, and that's what I like. I prefer someone like that because this is someone that can genuinely compete with Ronaldo on the game. He's probably not as good, but in my eyes, this is the most like ridiculous value for money OP winger that you're going to get on FIFA. Tots Heung-min Son, 92 rated, crazy pace, crazy dribbling, ridiculous shooting, 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot, all for like 125k or whatever it is. You're absolutely laughing. Now, there are a few that are even like half of his price or even less than that. Like Leon Bailey was someone that I absolutely raved about on the road to glory for so long. Another great option. But Premier League is obviously super popular and loads of people build their teams around that way. I'd say Heung-min Son is still better than that, than the Futties Martial. If you're someone that got him, like I genuinely still prefer Heung-min Son, but it's another great option to have someone like Martial. I don't know if there's anyone that I would pick over him for like my, apart from Ronaldinho, just because I fanboy so much and have a lot of fun using him. But if you're like thinking of sweating champs or anything like that, then obviously someone like Son is absolutely required. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Son, and obviously he's going to get a ridiculous rating for the end of this video, no doubt about it. But I can't discount, like, or I need to credit, should I say, like RVP for some of the goals that he scored. Tidy little player. I really love what EA did with those stats and gave him like a cool classic hero card, because other than that promo, we're never going to get an RVP that's that good ever again. So it's a nice throwback, cool nostalgic feeling. Alisson gets a 5-star value for money, discard value tots. There's no risk in that whatsoever, and a 9 out of 10 because he actually like saved some shots, which is uncommon for a goalkeeper on this game. So yeah, he might not be as good as like Edison or Farman, the two that I trust the most, but I do rate him very good in the Serie A or for Brazil. Now Marquinhos and Naldo, nothing more to be said than they are a great duo in the back, because Naldo's tall, Marquinhos a little bit shorter, but they're both quick and they're both very handy in that defensive spot. Kimmich could literally play at centre mid if you wanted him to, because his stats are so well rounded. And yeah, the weak link in the team is definitely this inform Marcel, just because he's the inform 82 rated and everyone else is like in the 90s or something. So is everyone? Oh no, apart from Alisson and Robin, who are not quite in the 90s, everybody else in the team is. Dele Alli, brilliant. Vidal, amazing. And Rijkaard actually, yeah, did a good job at holding down the midfield, and you will have seen the goal that he scored for me. Obviously, Hullet would have scored a goal very similar to that and probably would have got slightly more involved going forwards, but it was fun to use someone a little bit different. Like, I do rate Prime Rijkaard very highly, and for 245k, good icon to get in your squad. Although, it has to be said, you could get a better TOTS player for a lot less, or Festival of Football or whatever. Heung-min Son, then 5-star value for money. For the money you're going to pay, don't look at the 678k I paid. You're going to get him for like 125 or something, and he gets a 9.5 out of 10, because he probably isn't quite as good as Ronaldo, and there is a slightly better version of Son as a striker, but for me, top tier, super incredible player, always rate him on the game. And then Van Persie, 5-star value for money, once again like a 20k player, not 85k like I paid. I've just had him for ages, and an 8 out of 10, because there are, you know, there's a couple of ratings that I know that a lot of other TOTS or other icons or other, you know, Festival of Football strikers would definitely beat him for. So he gets an 8 out of 10, which is still an above average rating. So there you go, guys. That is today's episode of the Random Pick. I do hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you're still enjoying a little bit of FIFA gameplay. I know it's that time of year where gameplay vids don't do as well, but I do greatly appreciate your support if you're still showing it. Thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely Sunday. Hit like on the video if you did enjoy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.